Hello everyone, my name is Ashley and I'm going to show you variables in Objective-C and in Python, starting with Python. I do apologize if my voice sounds a bit horsey. At the time that we're recording this, my health is not really up to par. Now let's begin. In Python, we don't have to explicitly declare the data type. What I mean by this is if you want to declare an integer, you just have to declare the integer like this. Actually, let's name them the same way that we're going to name them. So for Python, the IDE that I'm using is PyCharm. So I'm going to declare my integer called my num, or actually let me say my int my int 10, right? Float, let's say my float 1.5. That's my float. My character, to be fair with you, you don't have to declare a character in Python. Characters work in other languages like C, C++, and Objective-C, but in Python you don't have to. You can just use it in the string, but for educational purposes we're just going to declare a character. However, you don't have to. What else? Boolean, my bool, and I think it's capital in Python. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, that's it. Now there are two ways of printing out in Python. The first one is just regular printing. If we're going to print everything out, you just call upon your variables. Sorry, my laptop's a bit slow. Okay, I already know my variables, so I'm just going to say my int. So if you're coming from a static language, how you would normally go about this is by doing this. I'm going to do this. My int is gobbledygook. Yeah, but we don't do this in Python, to be fair with you. But I'll show you why Python is considered one of the best languages. My int is, and I would say my float is, and then you call upon your float. Sorry, it's actually my float. So there we go, and then what else? My char. You call upon my char, and then what else? My boolean. So you find that, so like I said, I don't know if I mentioned this, booleans are just binary values. Like it's either a 1 or a 0. It's either true or false. Okay, so it will be interpreted as a 1 or 0. What else? What was I going to say? My boolean, my bool is, I said us, is what else? My bool. This is one way of printing out in Python. Not the most efficient way of using Python, but I should think it should run. Yeah, it does run. However, this is not the best way to utilize Python. The best way would be to concatenate it. Concatenation. I don't know where the hash is on a MacBook, to be fair with you. Oh, here it is. Yeah. I don't know how to spell concatenation. Anyway. So what we use in Python is printf statement. Now what the beauty of this is, all you just have to do is say my int is, and then open parentheses, call upon the variable, you know, all that fun stuff. You can put a comma and a space, and then say my float is, and then my float, what else, my character is, and then open parentheses, my char. This is why people love Python, for this feature. This feature is amazing. However, when we move on to Objective-C, you'll see why this is essential also to kind of grasp. And then my bool is, open parentheses, my bool. Right, let's run this. I wish I knew the keyboard shortcut to that. So you see, right here, it has come out in a much more efficient way. Same thing, but much more efficiently. That is in Python. This is variables in Python. Let's move on to Objective-C. In Objective-C now, we're going to be using Xcode. This is going to be our IDE. I don't know if I created the project already or what. Did I not create it? All right, that's fine. We're going to create a new file, new project. I thought I created this. Command line tool. We're going to go Mac OS, command line tool. We're not necessarily making a command line tool, okay? We're just going to call it Objective-C vars. Objective. So the organization identifier is just what you would use. It'll be your domain, but in reverse, given that you're going to deploy this app. But I just use my GitHub, and then my just a random name for now, because I'm not going to deploy this. This is not an app. And then create this. We're not going to use a Git repository because this is just a simple tutorial. All right. Now let's move on to our main. So in Objective-C, print would be nslog with an @ okay? So if I run this, this is going to be hello world. Give me a minute. I think I have to, yeah. Once it says build succeeded, that's when your code runs. All right. So now let's clear this terminal. All right. So remember, hello world. NSLog is how we print out. So what did we say we're going to? So the difference in Python is that whereas in Python we just had to just put the variable, a pointer, and then the data type. In Objective-C now, just like in C and C++, you have to actually declare the data type before you begin. So we would have to say int my num and then 10, and then close it with the parentheses. Char, so you can't use char as variable name because it's actually reserved as a data type. My char, but you can say my char. C, and then bool, my bool is equal to I think in this language it's capital. No, it's not. It's actually lowercase. Oh, there we go. What else? Float. My float is equal to 1.7, and there we go. We have declared. So difference in Python, whereas in Python we would declare my num is just my num equal to 10, and we're done. Here we actually have to declare the data type, and then the variable, the pointer, and then the value, and then close parentheses. This is why I kind of like Python. However, Python does not develop iOS apps. So let's print out our variables. Now we're going to print out num is. Now in Objective-C, we have to state the expected data type. within the string. So we're in the string right now. We actually have to state the data type like this. So num is, it has to expect an integer there. And then we say comma my num. What I mean by this is, have a look. If I run this, it's supposed to say num is 10. Yeah, there we go. Num is 10. However, if you don't state what's expected there, it will not print. It'll probably give you an error. Build successful. Let's see. There. It doesn't know what to expect. So you have to give it the data type it's expecting. So num is that. Okay, so you can do this for each and every data type. Character. Let's just do it all in one line. Okay, to save time. Num is that. And then we're going to say character is percentage sign C, and then we go here, and then we're going to say my char, and then we're going to go back into the string and say bool is, now for boolean you have to say, I think it's HHD, percentage HHD or HDD, I'm not sure. Only one way to find out. My bool, and then float, we're going to say float is percentage F, and then go to the end here and say my float, call the variable. Let's have a look. Fingers crossed is HHD. That worked. So you see, we said num is, and it's expecting an integer here. So it's 10. So it reads like so. It's reading, it's expecting this, it read this, gave us 10. Character is percentage C. Okay, it went here, gave us C. Bool is HHD, so it's expecting this, so it went and looked for this HHD, then came back, gave us 1. Remember, a boolean is a binary, it's a binary choice, true or false, 1 or 0. That's how the computer interprets it. And the float, same thing. These are variables in Objective-C and in Python.